iPhone 17 Pro Max, 512GB, starry orange. Who has it? I want 5. I realized something. This iPhone has never won online, but it's never lost offline. It's truly packed with people here. This green one, should I buy it? Do they still have iPhone 17 in stock here?
No.
我的天呐，大家都是来抢屏。
Oh my gosh, is everyone here just to grab an iPhone 17? The line is so long, it stretches from one end of the store to the other. I've been here for hours and still can't get in. Is the iPhone 17 this popular? And there are resellers here, bargaining face to face. Oh my gosh, there are just so many people.
On September 19th, Apple officially launched its new iPhone 17 series, and the first day of sales saw an exceptional performance. Apple stores in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen were crowned with long lines, full of eager customers. Some fans camped out overnight. Resellers shouted, "Starry Orange 1 terabyte, plus an extra 2,000 yuan," and the phones were snapped up instantly. Outside some stores, resellers were adding extra charges, reselling the phones at higher prices. Many consumers complained that they couldn't even get a chance to buy one. Despite reports of an economic downturn and people struggling to make money, more and more people were rushing to purchase the new iPhone. At the flagship store in Nanjing East Road in Shanghai, the line was longer than ever. Fans formed multiple layers of queues. Staff had to set up additional barriers to maintain order. On opening day, a reporter visited the Apple flagship store in Shanghai around noon. There was a long line of people waiting to pick up their phones. Staff said it would take at least 20 minutes to enter the store. As for the phone's popularity, none were available in stock. Pre-orders required a waiting time of 3 to 4 weeks. Additionally, the iPhone Air was not available in China due to eSIM issues, and no demo units were on display. Many people inquired about the iPhone Air, and staff explained that the phone was facing some challenges, but assured customers that good things are worth the wait.
iPhone 17 Pro Max, 256GB white, an extra 700 yuan. How much extra for the Pro Max? For the 1TB version, it's an extra 2,000 yuan. Prices have gone up this year. The iPhone 17 is selling like crazy. The iPhone is back this year. So many people buying today. Is Apple for free? Look at the line. It stretches all the way out here. This generation of iPhone is Apple's most fan-friendly move ever. You can get the standard iPhone 17 for just 5,500 yuan, while last year, 5,999 yuan only got you 128 GB.
At 7 a.m. on September 19th, outside the Chengdu Taikoo Li Apple Store, the line had formed into an L shape. The first person in line, a man, arrived at 5:30 a.m. He yawned and said, "I stayed up watching a game last night and came here directly to wait for the phone." It seemed like the Apple Store had turned into a church, and the first sale day had become a kind of service.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Peng Donglai is putting on a mobile phone battle. It scared me. I almost got pushed over. Oh my god, they're all fighting for the phones.
Meanwhile, in Xinjiang City, Henan Province, the Pango Lai supermarket posted a notice on its website stating that the phones would be sold at the official price with no markup. Each person could only buy one, and they had to unbox and activate the phone on site. Customers were delighted, calling it a company with a conscience. The Apple Store, over 10,000 people. The situation was similar at the Apple Store in Hangzhou. On the third day of iPhone 17 sales, the store was still packed. Many customers stood in the hot sun, waiting in line. This is the iPhone 17, 1 or 2,000 per phone. This isn't cheap. The iPhone 17 is soaring in price today. There's no stock left, so now whoever has stock controls the price. Don't rush, take it one at a time. The good news is everything's selling out, but the bad news is there's no stock. On September 22nd, outside the Apple Store Shenzhen, a crowd gathered around resellers offering the iPhone 17 series for sale. It has become a market for trading iPhone 17s. On September 12th, pre-sales for the iPhone 17 series started, sparking another frenzy. Chinese consumers crashed the Apple website and other major platforms. Some customers continuously refreshed their screens, taking up to 4 minutes to enter the purchase page, but by then, the phones were sold out. The official website showed that delivery times were pushed to October. On just one platform, JD.com, pre-orders exceeded 6 million units. With each phone priced at 6,000 yuan, this platform alone generated 36 billion yuan in pre-sale revenue, a number no Chinese phone brand could match. While the iPhone 17 is selling like hotcakes, concerns have arisen about the new phone's darker color, which seems more susceptible to scratches. Currently, it's said that the new titanium alloy body is quite different from the stainless steel models of the past. Some vloggers conducted durability tests and shared their feelings.
防摔测试
Drop test. It's still fine. Not high enough? Still fine. You want it higher? Let's give it a try. But nothing happened. Everything's fine. Maybe there's a tiny scratch, but the screen's perfectly fine. The drop test is done, guys. It's solid. Super magnetic crystal panel. It's awesome.
看一下17PM 能不能扛得住我的。
Let's check if the iPhone 17 Pro Max can take it. My magic damage plus physical damage, no problem. The strength is upgraded. Let's try it with a razor blade. I'm applying a lot of force. Wow, still nothing. Amazing. But look at the back cover. It's a little scratched. See that? This part's aluminum, right? So, it's done. See that? The material's just like that. Not as hard as a 16 Pro Max. And the power button is on the side. We won't scratch that. Let's test the other side. It's iron. This part already has paint coming off. See? The screen is still fine though. No issues. Now, let's try it with steel. Can't touch steel. Aluminum can't handle steel. Steel's just got a little paint coming off, and it's warped, already deformed. The 17 Pro Max's frame isn't as tough as the 16 Pro Max's. Now, let's do the waterproof test. Let's pour some wheat juice on it, in another bottle. It's on. Let's start the timer. We'll check back in 30 minutes. It's been 36 minutes now. Let's see how it holds up. Oh, it's been soaked in wheat juice for half an hour. The screen is still on. Let's check the Face ID. Is it still working? No problem. Let's check the microphone. Hello? Hello? Sounds fine. The vlogger measured the height from the roof of the table, approximately 2 meters. The table has a marble surface. The vlogger then tested the phone's drop resistance by dropping it face down. The screen was fine. Next, the vlogger dropped its screen first, but the screen was still intact, and the back cover was also unharmed. It seems that the phone can withstand a drop from 2 meters. Next, let's do the corner drop test. There's a small scratch here, and it leaked. Let's try again. There's a small crack, and the left upper corner leaked. The upper left corner took a harder hit, but it turns out, whether face down or back down, from a 3-meter height, there's no problem at all. If it falls vertically though, it's basically ruined. It's leaking. After several tests, the 17 Pro Max is still relatively fine. The vlogger's pressure test on the iPhone 17 Pro Max exceeded typical daily use, leaning towards extreme scenarios. The phone was submerged in wheat juice, slammed onto a table, and still held up. Finally, the phone was dropped from 3 meters, landing on its corner, causing some leakage. Not to mention, Huawei's foldable phones definitely wouldn't survive such tests, especially in extreme conditions like liquid immersion and corner drops. Why has the iPhone 17 sold so well in China? Let's hear from a user who managed to grab one.
看看这人，乌泱乌泱，都震惊了，兄弟们！
Look at all these people, it's crazy. Guys, I just got back from the Apple store with 2 phones. One is a standard iPhone 17, the other is a 17 Pro. Look at the people in the store. My goodness, it's packed. No matter how much people argue online, the reality is, many are voting with their actions. I asked the staff, and they said the standard iPhone 17 is selling like crazy. At 5,999 yuan, it's a great deal. The competition for domestic high-end flagship phones is tough. I'm not saying Chinese flagship phones are bad, but their competitiveness just can't compare to Apple's. Apple is definitely going to impact the sales of Android flagships, and it's highly likely. At the 5,000 to 6,000 yuan range, Apple is the unavoidable choice for many people. Some just don't want to deal with other brands. They'll keep the same phone for 3 to 5 years, and even 7 or 8 years. Apple can do that. Can Chinese flagship phones do the same? Apple still makes the best phone. The reason behind the iPhone 17's popularity can be summarized in a few key points. First, The product has significant upgrades. The iPhone 17 is considered the biggest innovation since the iPhone X. Its hardware design strongly encourages mid to high-end users to upgrade. Key highlights include a 120Hz adaptive refresh rate across all models. For the first time, the standard iPhone 17 supports ProMotion, eliminating lag. The screen size has been upgraded from 6.1 inches to 6.3 inches. The iPhone 17's A19 chip is exclusively manufactured by TSMC using a third-generation 3nm processor, delivering a significant performance boost compared to its predecessor. In terms of camera and battery life, the iPhone 17 Pro series features three 48-megapixel rear cameras, an 18-megapixel front camera, and a nearly 5,000 mAh battery in the Pro Max, with video playback time extended by 8 hours. The introduction of VC liquid cooling addresses overheating issues. The design is thinner and lighter, with the iPhone Air being only 5.6mm thick, making it the thinnest iPhone ever and weighing just 145 grams, attracting young users who value a sleek feel. Second, the pricing strategy is more affordable. Last year, the iPhone 16 started at 5,999 yuan for a 128GB version, but the iPhone 17 skips the 128GB option, with all models starting at 256GB without any price increases. Third, its high security is another draw. Apple is committed to protecting user data, attracting some Huawei and Xiaomi users who have switched to Apple for its technological leadership and its stance against surveillance. Moreover, in the age of social media, smartphones have evolved beyond mere communication tools to become invisible markers of personal taste, purchasing power, and social status. The iPhone 17's titanium frame and starry purple color have been interpreted on platforms like Xiaohongshu as a ticket to the middle class, appealing to consumers seeking status and trends. As one marketing expert put it, Apple doesn't just sell phones, it sells a complete lifestyle solution, along with the identity that comes with it. Overall, the iPhone 17's success has intensified the competition in China's smartphone market. Apple expects its iPhone shipments in China to grow by 11% in the second half of the year, with an overall growth of 5% for the year. This momentum undoubtedly puts significant pressure on brands like Huawei and Xiaomi. A video shared by some online users shows a stark contrast between Apple's flagship store, which was bustling with customers, and Huawei and Xiaomi stores, which were nearly empty. Let me show you. The Apple store is packed with people. Now, let's look at Huawei's store. There's no comparison. Wow, so many people. Is this Apple? What's going on? At 4 p.m. today, I passed by Huawei's physical store and took a picture. Let's compare Huawei, Xiaomi, and Apple. See which store has more people. This is Huawei's store, nearly empty. Now, I'm at Xiaomi's store, and here's a photo I took outside their store. Now, I'm at Apple, physical store, September 20th, 4:10 p.m. Apple store is packed. While Huawei has no one, why don't people buy Huawei? Why not support a leading brand? You guys don't love your country? Huawei, as a key technology company supported by the Chinese government, has strongly promoted its patriotic image, especially in the context of intensified China-US tech competition. The HarmonyOS system in particular has been given strategic significance as independently controllable. However, since the launch of HarmonyOS 5.0, user experiences have shown a clear gap between expectation and reality.
I got my phone last night and it's been crashing non-stop. It's running HarmonyOS 5.0 and I've noticed many system incompatibilities. A lot of tasks are impossible to complete because the system just can't handle it. The most frustrating part is my Bluetooth hearing aid. It can't connect. I even went to the hearing aid company to see if there's a solution, but they said it's a system issue. Without Bluetooth, I can't make calls, listen to voice messages, audiobooks, or watch videos. It's really inconvenient. So if you're trying to contact me recently, please text me on WeChat instead of calling.
Similarly, Mrs. Zhang, a mobile phone store owner, recently upgraded his Huawei Mate 70 to HarmonyOS 5.0 and was disappointed. WeChat Pay often fails to work consistently, and Douyin live streaming frequently lags. These issues not only affect his personal experience, but also put him in an awkward position when recommending products to customers. Mrs. Zhang helplessly said, "The HarmonyOS can't even handle the most basic applications. Isn't this forcing ordinary people to be guinea pigs? This complaint highlights that the HarmonyOS ecosystem is still immature and fails to meet everyday usage needs. Huawei often boasts about its technological leadership and advanced products, yet its product quality is widely criticized.
华为的东西不能买呀。
Don't buy Huawei products. I've only had my Mate X6 for 6 months and the crease is already so noticeable. What's going on with Huawei phones? I paid almost 20,000 yuan for this phone, and now the rear camera produces blurry images with poor color quality. I also bought an iPhone 16 for just over 9,000 yuan, and the photos are crystal clear. How is it possible that this 20,000 yuan Huawei phone takes such terrible pictures?
苹果手机就是最好的啊。
Huawei phones are trash. I bought a Huawei X6 for over 10,000 yuan, and after using it for just 5 or 6 days, it started leaking by itself. No damage, just started leaking. My foldable screen is a mess after less than a year. I can't even open it anymore, and I can't transfer my files. The customer service told me I need to replace the screen to recover the files. I'll never buy a foldable phone again. This thing's falling apart with so many issues.
同样都是高端机，苹果和华为选哪个？
Which high-end phone should you choose, Apple or Huawei? Definitely Apple. What does Huawei have to compete with Apple? Apple uses the A18 chip, a 3nm processor. Huawei is still using HarmonyOS with its latest Kirin 9020 chip at 7nm. Apple's performance is 2 generations ahead of Huawei. Let's talk about the operating system. Apple uses the safest iOS system, and it doesn't have junk apps. Even after years of use, it won't lag. My iPhone 5S still works fine, but HarmonyOS is not even compatible with many apps, and after 2 years, Huawei phones start to lag. Let's also talk about resale value. An iPhone only loses about 1,000 yuan in 1 year, but Huawei loses about 2,000 to 3,000 in just 2 months. Huawei might not be targeting the wealthy, but Apple is the true high-end ticket. Ironically, those who loudly support domestic products are often still carrying Apple phones. This seemingly contradictory behavior reflects Chinese consumers' rational choice for quality and exposes the reality gap between Chinese brands and their counterparts in terms of technology and ecosystem. China still relies on others in critical areas such as core algorithms, ecosystem platforms, and chips, what are often referred to as bottleneck technologies.